back to Voices on the Hill. I'm your host, Corey King, and I'm here with the talented men's cross country team, John, Blaine, Julius. Fellas, thank you so much for joining me on the show today. How are we doing? It's a little rainy out today. A little gloomy. Does that bring down your day? Like, are you guys one of those people who like you need a sunny day to feel good, or is that just a seasonal thing?
I don't know. Personally, with all the heat that's been happening, this feels nice.
It does feel nice.
This is where
got
it's
the
at.
jacket on. I'm
exactly.
Like, this is perfect.
Put some long sleeves
I'm
on
not
finally.
Sweating like a dog. It does get a little much down here. I'm from up north, from Minnesota.
There you go. Okay.
So like, it gets hot, but y'all are absurd. It is absurd how hot it gets down here. And bless y'all's soul that y'all run in this heat for a long period of time. What is that like? What is that training like to be able to train in the heat? Do you ever consider moving to a state up north to avoid the heat?
I mean, we just raced last weekend in probably one of our hottest races, and that was brutal.
How hot did it get?
What did it get up to?
It was like 82, 85 when we're racing.
Yeah, it's honestly not bad, but I mean, when you're
bad.
racing, I mean, you prefer some 60s or something like that. So
what is the perfect weather? If I can run at this weather every day, what would it be?
I'm picking high 50s.
High 50s?
Yeah, you can maybe throw in a little bit of rain. I like running in the rain. Rain's fun.
Rain
Not like
drops
torrential
are fun.
downpour.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So, but no, I mean, throwing a little bit of rain, have some fun with it.
Yeah, I mean, it cools you off while you run it. So it's like a perfect, like counterpart to you heating up your body, but then I'm cool off at the same time. Julius, how about for you? What's your perfect?
I like it cold. Like last year's regional meet, it was probably like in the 30s.
Ooh.
There was no snow or anything. It was just cold.
Okay.
And that was very nice. We got to wear arm sleeves.
So when you say arm sleeves, is this like a Under Armour sleeve? Like, is it full body or is it just sleeves?
It just covers like your arm basically from your shoulder down to your wrist.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did that trend start? Is that a pretty common trend? Like, coming from a person that like I'd wear an arm sleeve on a football field, and if you'd be like, "Why are you wearing this arm sleeve?" and I'd be like, "Strictly for swagger."
For the drip.
Yes, drip only. Like, there's no purpose. I mean, I got to protect my one elbow just in case I fall on it. But like, where do you know where the arm sleeves came from? Like, why not wear a full Under Armour shirt?
I think it just came from the marathon guys.
Yeah.
Because they just swing their arms the whole way for like the 26.2 miles, and they just don't want to get tired.
Yeah.
And I guess, yeah.
So the arm sleeves help with
Blood
running?
Circulation.
Oh.
I want to say so. Yeah, I don't know if it's like scientifically proven or anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks cool as well. So I think that's.
Me and Blaine don't wear them.
Yeah, no.
That's all him.
I love arm sleeves. Yeah, I have like
Julius,
5
tell them
pairs.
that your swagger is superior to all of the others.
Maybe that's why he's the faster one. I don't know.
Yeah,
Hey,
true.
look, y'all should go ahead and get
Maybe
your
I
arm
should.
sleeves
Now I think
together
about it.
so that we all can be fast. You know what I'm
It's not a
saying?
bad idea.
Well, hey, I don't blame you. So, now the question is, do you wear them for practice too, or is it just strictly for competition? Like, I don't wear my arm sleeve for practice. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't make sense. You can't be out there looking swaggy at practice. Then you don't look as swaggy on game day. So do you wear your arm sleeves during practice as well?
I do.
You do?
Okay. Not recently, like a year ago, I lost one of my very special arm sleeves, so I only have
R.I.P.
one left. Yeah.
Arm sleeve.
But yeah, it's just like the washer swallowed it, I think.
That's the worst. I actually saw this on I don't know if it was a TikTok, Instagram reel. I'm not a big TikTok guy. You know what I'm saying? I got Instagram reels only, okay?
I feel you.
Did you know that the dryer actually does eat your socks and stuff? So, like, have you ever noticed that, like, you'll do a dryer and, like, you'll be like, all right, I know for sure, I had pairs to all of these socks, but now they're all like, I'm missing a couple. So I guess like the sock can like sneak past and like get into between the dryer, like in out of the dryer and into like in between like the casing of it.
Yeah.
Like I guess this person like opened up the case and like a whole pile of socks just came out. I was like, okay, so my mom can't get mad at me when she's like, yo, where are all your pairs of your socks? And I'm like, I don't know. It's not a me thing. It's a dryer thing. So, just in case, like, I know a couple of you guys are about to get married, you know what I'm saying? Got significant others. And they're like, yo, we literally just bought socks for you the other day. You can be like, hey, like, it's not a me thing. It's a dryer thing.
I may use that.
Yeah.
Hey, I appreciate you.
You write that.
Hit me with it.
Got you, brother. Got you. You know what I'm saying? We got to stick together.
Hey, man, yeah.
They're going to try to gang up on us, It's time for us to retaliate back.
It's the dryer.
It's the dryer. But anyways, let's get down to the nitty gritty. Obviously, you guys are here to run cross country for RSU. Tell me about that process on how you got here. Obviously, for Blaine, you are a hometown child, hometown kid. What is that like to run for the college that's been a part of your life, from beginning to till now?
I mean, it's been really cool. I always get to see my high school coaches like a lot. Every time we go to the track to do workouts, we see them. But it's been really cool. My process to get here, it was kind of different. I called Coach Kennedy and basically asked if me and my brother could join the team. We both called.
You need me.
Yeah, basically that's what it was. Yeah, no, but he was super cool though. He said he'd love to have us. So yeah, we came on the team, and which is awesome because in high school we always saw like Baylor Harvey, all those guys who made the nationals running around.
Yeah.
And we're always like, one day we want to be them.
Awesome.
So yeah, it's been really cool.
And now here you are.
Exactly,
in their
yeah.
shoes, wearing their gear.
Yeah.
A little bit cooler than what they probably had back then.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
The arm sleeves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're not going to go back to arm sleeves. I was going to be like, when did this start? Who started this? But, Julius, for you, coming from across the pond, what is that process like, coming from Germany?
So, like my junior year of high school, I kind of figured out I wanted to go to college in the States, because back at home, you don't really have an opportunity to run after high school unless you're like really good and you're able to sign a pro contract. But I got in touch with this like sports agency pretty much, and they reached out to Coach Kennedy, and they were like talking to him back and forth. They created like an athlete profile of myself, and then they put all my PRs in there, like the achievements and all that stuff. And one day Coach Kennedy set up a Skype call with me, and we talked, and he offered me, and here we are.
Here we are.
Yeah.
So with these sports agencies, like, what do they just worry about your athletic side? Do they worry about your personal side? Like, how does that work? What is their role to you other than getting you connected with college coaches? Do they play any other role for you?
Yes. Like they reached out to me after I signed. They were like asking me, hey, how's it going? Like, how do you feel being part of this college team? And yeah, they just kept asking questions. They asked me to write a review after my freshman year about like Coach Kennedy and the whole RSU team. Yeah, and
That's kind of cool that they like. It's not just about the placement that they they're worried about your well-being. Obviously, you are. I don't even want to try to calculate how many miles away from home you are, but like you're you're far away from home, and you need to make sure that you're good, and also you're building a connection between Coach Kennedy and that agency. So that is kind of a cool, unique opportunity that for the States we don't see that until you're a pro, you know what I'm saying, or you're about to turn pro. So it's kind of cool to see it from a high school, going to high school into college, somebody taking care of you and helping you prepare for your next step. John, I'm assuming that it's a different story. You didn't have a sports agency when you're coming to RSU?
Nah, not quite. No, just right down the road in Tulsa. So, yep, Lincoln Christian School. Went there my whole life, and then I didn't think I would be running in college either. Coach Kenny was recruiting our top runner when I was a senior at the time, and our top runner decided to go to the Air National Guard, who is actually now running here again.
Oh, okay.
So it kind of worked out in a way. So he's like, all right, well, let's go to the next one. And then next one was me.
Right.
So he's like, all right, we'll bring you on board. So that's how I got thrown in.
Okay. And how does that, so like in terms of times, like what can you tell from a high school student, or like, so at the RSU Invitational, you get to see a whole bunch of high school compete at, on our track and all that kind of stuff. Are you able to look at times and be like, yep, that kid can go to college. Yep, that kid can go to college. Oh, you're a bubble kid. You may be able to go, you knocked that up a couple notches. Like, what is that like, in terms of recruiting in your recruiting process?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like if you really want to go run in college, it's definitely doable. Whether you want to walk on or go to other divisions, it's definitely doable. So yeah, so those top high school kids, and you're like, yeah, they have talent. They're going places. Put them with the right coach, they're gonna go crazy places. But especially when I was in high school, I honestly wasn't one of those top kind of runners. I never ran at the state track meet because I wasn't fast enough. So kind of a blessing I even got here. Coach Kenny took a chance on me too. And funny enough, when I got here my freshman year, I didn't train that much over the summer. So a little secret there. But I actually had to work out with the girls team.
Oh.
So I'm not sure if you've met Bree and Gloria.
Yeah.
So I had to run with them for a little bit in order to get back up to pace with the guys.
Oh, wow.
I wasn't one of those top kind of runners in high school, but I mean we've come a long way. But yeah, looking at the high schoolers, you can definitely be like, yeah, they're D1 easy. Some of them,
yeah,
like, they have some talent for sure.
Okay, so that's kind of since you brought that up, running with the women's team, what how'd that affect you in a mental side? I asked that because of the transfer portal and how easy it is for people to be like, oh, that's how you see me. Oh, that's what you know what I'm saying, and get defensive and be like, and they turn down and then just say, I'm gonna enter the transfer portal. So how has that helped you in your development of being like, okay, like obviously I wasn't ready to be where I needed to be, but I understand the criticism that I'm taking. And then you obviously took the steps to be where you are now, a senior, a leader on the team, someone that's doing well. So what was that process like for you?
Yeah, I just came into my freshman year and I didn't take it too seriously. I was an avid gamer at the time. Lots of hours spent on Fortnite. I would just sit in my room. Diet was not there. I would eat just granola bars all day, just lock myself in my room.
Yeah.
And just taking all the steps, not what you need to be in order to succeed on the course.
Right.
So and that just translated, of course, in workouts. And then coach was like, yeah, we should play with the girls. So I was like the last one to do that. Honestly, you could probably throw a couple of other guys with the girls if you wanted to, but no. But it was definitely a humbling experience. Be like, you see all these fast guys that are like putting their heart and all their effort into just training off the course, you could say, like with nutrition, hydration, weights, stuff like that. And it's like, oh, if I want to get there, I have to be taking those steps too. So right. I had to put the controller down, had to put the granola bars away, and yeah, come a long way. But it's been so worth it. Definitely worth the adjustment for sure.
Yeah, and for you two, like you was talking about, it is a fully encompassing process to be a successful student athlete. Diet, sleep, nutrition, or I guess diet is nutrition. They're one of the same. Training, strength training, teamwork, school. Like there's so many different pieces. How's that process been for you guys? And now here you are, seniors. You guys are two of my interns within the athletic office. Like, tell me about the journey that you've taken and how you've, evolved and changed over this time.
I would say, like, being all of that freshman year and even sophomore year was kind of tough, especially because it was so different our freshman year with COVID and stuff. But junior year got a lot easier. Senior year, breeze. Like, I know exactly when I should do homework, when I can chill.
Yeah.
Majority of the time I'm just chilling. And then, like, I'm a pretty last-minute guy. Like
procrastination.
If it needs
procrastination for the win.
Yes, exactly. If it needs to be done, let's say this Sunday, I'm doing it Sunday. I'm not doing it any sooner.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
My God.
Hey man, same thing for grad school.
Yeah.
keep it on the low. All right. How about for you, Julius?
Well, So I went to a sports-specific high school and I guess middle school as well, back at home from 6th grade until my senior year.
Yeah.
So I was exposed to being like a student athlete pretty early on.
Oh, you're pro at this. You
I
got the
hope so.
arm sleeves. You got the agent. You know, Gary, just you get it. You get it.
Yeah.
You that guy. Go ahead, continue.
Yeah, and like it's been a hassle basically since 6th grade. Like
yeah.
going to school. Like school started at like 7 a.m. back at home,
Oh wow.
and then I would have 3 hours of classes, have practice, go back to school, have practice again, and then meets on the weekends, long runs, workouts, all that stuff. Yeah. So
Is this and I mean, for you, like you've been training for this moment your whole life. So like for you have it down. So, but as leaders, it's our job to take the young people underneath our wings to help them do things that we didn't do, when we were young. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember, like when I was playing football, like I tore my Achilles early on in my career. So I remember when I was a senior and junior, and guys who get injured, I'd be like, hey man, like look, like yes, it sucks right now in this moment, but like it's about the day-to-day process of how are you getting better, then you find your way back to the field. And so like that's that wisdom, that knowledge that we have within this field. How do you guys as leaders on your team pass the things that, the knowledge you have been, that you have down? Obviously for you, hey, don't eat granola bars on an everyday basis.
Stay away.
How do you guys, instill the good traits that you have and things that make you successful to your freshman class?
Yeah, definitely. Just first off, leading by example for sure. Whether it's in practices and workouts, you make sure you do all those little things too. But also show them too. It's okay to have fun as well.
Yeah.
It's okay to mess around, joke around. We have a lot of fun banter on the team, and yeah, it's moments like that like you'll probably remember more than the actual like racing almost, where you like
100%.
those just relationships. So, but yeah, definitely just showing them that like this is a serious sport, kind of like how I learned my freshman year. You look at those upper guys, you're like, oh, these guys are taking it seriously. So, kind of just showing them that like when we're in the weight room, you got those dreadful Turkish get-ups. Oh snap, it's going crazy. But it's a little party. But yeah, do you know what Turkish get-up is?
Isn't that where you guys are taking the weight, have to stand up,
Yeah.
you're great. You got to get all the way up. Yes.
They're horrendous.
Super fun to watch from my office while you guys are
Do
doing.
you want me the demo or?
I mean,
I don't
it
know.
was different when we didn't have the table here. We had all this
That's
open
true.
space for
That's true, okay.
demonstrations. But
Some other
another time.
Okay,
another
okay,
time.
okay. But yeah, those just showing them like even like those things are like you're like, what is this even doing? Pretty much is
Right.
just trust the process.
Yeah.
Just do it to the best of your abilities to full extent, and yeah, just lead in that kind of way.
100%. How about for you, Blaine?
Yeah, I would say making sure that they know it's a journey. It's not you walk in, you're just the best guy all the time. A lot of the guys.
Sometimes you are.
Sometimes you are.
Sometimes
like
you
we had Blake Farron who came in. He's really good. He came in being really good already. But then we have some other guys who come in. They're good in high school, but then you come to college and you realize maybe you're not the top guy anymore, and it can be like, it can hurt your, I don't know,
self-esteem.
self-esteem, your
Yeah,
ego.
ego,
Yeah,
yeah.
it really can. So just like letting them know everyone starts from a different place.
Yeah.
And as long as you get to your end goal and you work your hardest, that's what matters. Like running isn't a sport where it's like, oh, I trained hard, but I didn't really reach where I wanted to.
Yeah.
If you put in the work for the most part, you can reach your goals. It may be harder for you. You might not be as gifted, but you can get there.
100%.
And this kid has worked his booty off too.
This is-
He's like,
I'm
Yeah.
a senior this year. This is my first time making the conference team.
Really?
yeah.
Because I had to work so hard to get here, which everyone has to obviously.
Mhm.
But like a lot of injuries, I've been injury prone,
Yeah.
kind of. So
I hate it's the worst. It's,
It's
the
the
worst
worst.
part. Wasn't injured at all in my high school career. Get to college and it's like everything underneath the sun. Hey, I didn't even know I had that muscle. Like, what is that? But tell us about like these injuries that you're facing and now that gratification. Because like some people, well, what we see is people quit, people transfer. I'm gonna go lower level and then I'll be the guy. Like what? Tell us about that process of like I got to go to the grindstone and I got to get it. Like, I
Yeah.
have to earn this. Like, tell us about that journey.
No, yeah, it's hard when you're injured. You just want to give up because, especially if it's running, you don't run. It's not like I'll hop back in and be good. No, you digress so fast.
Yeah.
So it was teammates picking me up, saying, you got this. I had my old roommate Mornay. He would go with me to the rec center sometimes because even though I'm not running, I have to swim, bike for hours, and even before the injuries, I was like, I'm not cut out for this. I'm just not gifted enough. But then you see someone like John who's running with the girls, and then he goes and runs crazy. Like, he improved so much so fast. And then rooming with Julius, you see, like, he comes in freshman year, he runs pretty well, but now he's like a great guy. Like, in running, he's ranked in MIAA, super good. So really, it's just your teammates picking you up, like letting you know that as long as you work hard and you keep your mind in it, you don't kind of drift off thinking, I'm a nobody, I'm not gifted. 'Cause if you feel sorry for yourself, you're not getting anywhere.
100%.
You got to put your head down and get to work.
That's all there is. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? At the end of the day, what like student athlete, or what being a student athlete really teaches you, that the only person that you're really fighting is yourself.
For sure, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, the coaches are going to push you to get you to where they can envision you to be, but only really person that's stopping you from having success and finding success is you. And so once future student athletes, student athletes that are here currently see that and understand that, then it makes the game changes so much easier. You run fast and you're like, well, I guess I'm gonna get in the starting blocks again, and we're just gonna do what we do, But like, that's the fun part, is being able to understand that it's just me versus me. But to continue on and to continue this conversation, what is it like transitioning from cross country into track season? Obviously, these are two sports that are typically merged together. What is that transition like for you guys? Is it a difficult transition, or is it pretty like, we're running, instead of going in the woods, we're just turning left on the track, So like, what is that transition like for you guys?
I want to say it's definitely easier for distance guys like me, like just transitioning from a 10K down to a 5K. I know it's probably a lot harder for John transitioning down from an 8K, 10K to an 800 or mile. But we do some faster stuff towards the end of the season just to like get started, because our first indoor meet, I believe, is like 2 or 3 weeks after our regional cross country meet. So you gotta get ready.
Yeah.
And
you gotta get those quick twitch muscles firing.
Yeah.
100%.
Yep.
Yeah, especially, because you mentioned 10K down to an 800, so that's just, what is that, I don't know, I can't do the math right now, 1/10, or 120, whatever it is. But, because I have some natural speed, but, we practice all summer, fall long, to be able to run 6 miles as fast as you can.
Yeah.
And then come December, January, like, all right, 2 laps around the track.
At a full sprint.
Exactly, yeah, you got it. So the transition is a little bit different. Of course, I don't think you're going to be in your peak shape come January, but then again, you don't really want to be in your peak shape then. You want to be in your peak shape for the conference or regional meets where that matter the most.
100%.
So it takes definitely some practice. So like Christmas break comes around where we don't meet up here. It's a grind. You got to hit it on your own, because unless you live close to the people.
Right.
But we got to get the wheels turning, because I like going fast. This 6 mile stuff, it's fun. It's fun. It's grown on me over the years. But this 2 laps around the track, that's where it's at.
Let's see, I was the single straight. Give me the 100-yard dash.
Yeah.
Don't give me anything else beyond that. We're stretching if we get to the 200. Like, man's got asthma, okay? We're getting too long. Get to 150. I'm like, okay, all right. Need to rethink
Where's
life.
the finish line?
Where is it? Or when your coach goes, hey, I need you for a 4x4. Huh? Sorry, sir. Like, that's not in my job description to give you that. So we're going to have to reevaluate. But so you say that you're an 800 runner in a mile?
Yeah, that's my
And
go-tos.
for track, when do you run for track, Blaine, or do you participate in track?
Yeah, I do. Indoor, I'll do like 3K, 5K.
Okay.
And then outdoor, I just done 5K, 15 every once in a while. That's not really my speed. That's fast.
Yeah.
It's fast for me still. And then I'm trying 10K this year, so.
Oh,
Yeah.
10K.
Yeah.
Yeah. let's talk about this piece, guys. You guys are running miles, like just on like 70 miles a week. Is that pretty low or on the high end?
It's on the higher end,
Yeah.
definitely, but none of us are high mileage.
Yeah. You know, you ain't getting younger, you know. You've done that. You've done it before, you know. You don't got to do the 70, 80 miles, a week. You know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? You've trained your body. You know what you have to do to be successful. But what goes through you guys' brain when you on mile? Let's say we're running 10 miles today, and we're on mile 8. How do you get over that hump to be like, all right, well, we got the 2 miles to go? You know what I'm saying? When you already know you're uberly exhausted, you know?
Yeah, when it comes to easy runs, it's definitely a lot easier because you got all your homies to run with. And
Yeah.
you're going at a chill pace, and
Yeah.
you could probably run 20 miles if you had to that day, of course.
wow.
But you just get the 10. And yeah, we finished 10. We're like, all right, that was cool. All right, let's go about our day. So, but yeah, when we have like a long run workout, sometimes you'll get to like that mile 10 if you're doing like he just sometimes does like 14, 15 mile long runs. You'll get to like mile 11, and it's just like, all right. time to hold on.
Yeah.
See what you got. But it's in those moments where like you become better too.
100%.
So it's definitely, just lean in, go for it, you know?
You got to stretch yourself. You got to
gotta
stretch
send
it.
it.
You got to. You don't run the race. You don't practice the races that you're going to run. You run the races that are longer so that the race that you do run is easier.
See, that's
You know what
deep.
I'm
That's
saying?
good.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good.
Look, I don't know
Get
about
that quote, but we need you to say that again.
don't hype me up too much. You know what I'm saying? But like we saw it. I was a wrestler, so you would wrestle multiple matches in a day, so that when you wrestled your one match, you'd be like, man, this is it. Y'all don't got another guy for me. Come on, let's bring out the next dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let's get it in. But like that, I would imagine that'd be the same concept for cross country. I guess I don't know the math. 10K is how many miles?
6.2.
6.2. So if you're running a 14-mile run and you got 6.2, you're like, I could do another one of these if I had to.
I wish it felt like that.
But, I commend you guys because it's such a mental sport. You have to be so strong to be able to overcome that mental battle of you should probably stop. Like we should probably, we could definitely stop right now and walk a few steps and then build ourselves back up. So what things are you guys positive self-talk people? Are we visualize your success people? Like what kind of strategies do you use to block out this little thing up here between our ears?
I would say I write down a goal, and then if I write it down beginning of the season, right? And then every run that's hard, I'm like, you're not gonna get there if you quit now. So you gotta keep on going.
Yeah.
If I don't reach my goal, I'm gonna be pretty upset. So yeah, that's me though.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I have some of my best races when I'm pretty hyped beforehand.
Yeah.
Like when I'm doing 800, sometimes like there's one race where I was like dancing on the star line. Wait, they was playing. I'm trying to remember the song. Carlos would remember. But yeah, we were just hitting some dance moves, and then we were just hyping. And then we ran a decent time that day. And I think the same applies for cross country. Yeah, you can maybe get into your head a bit more because you're racing for 30 minutes or so. But just staying mentally focused and being engaged too, and not just like zoning out is such a big thing.
Yeah.
Because if you're engaged, keeping track of people and stuff like that, you're dialed in. And also, kind of what Blaine almost was saying, like just also realizing the work you put in throughout the season, like just thinking back onto those hard workouts, those hard 14-mile long runs.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I've done all this. You don't get many shots. Like we have 5 races throughout the whole entire cross country season. So like make it count. You got to go.
100%. That's awesome. Because not only is it applicable to what you're doing on the track or on the course, it's applicable to what you do outside of it. The classroom, regular life. You know what I'm saying? It's constantly evolving and changing. Curveballs, fastballs, screwball. You're just like, yeah, good golly, can I get a break? Can I get a break? But when we're such an advantage being blessed to be able to be student athletes or former student athletes such as myself, I'm a retired bum. But when we're able to apply these different strategies and skills that we've acquired over time, it makes things easier. And so, do you guys see that in your regular lives? That these skills that you're learning from cross country, do you apply them to your college day or your school work or life outside of school work as well?
Yeah, I'm in the honors program here at RSU, so workload can kind of be much, especially your freshman year. It's toned down over the years because the honors, it's really hard at the start. And then finally, senior, getting into your major program. So software development major. So some of those classes, you're like, this is quite the workload. This is thick. This is nice. But but yeah, just applying that like same mindset, like you're capable of it.
100%.
You sign up for this, and just having that, I don't know, as athletes, you don't quit.
No.
You finish through. I mean, sure, some people change their major, but I mean that might be just finding different passions. But even then, they still finished it out. So.
Exactly.
But yeah, just get in there, get in the classroom, go get it.
Get to grinding.
Yeah.
How about for you, Julius or Blaine? Doesn't matter. Whoever wanted to go first.
I can go first. It's just like John said, pretty much like you'll get tired, and you just gotta get through it. Like especially like let's say we did a run in the morning, and you got something coming up, whatever stuff with your girlfriend, stuff with your family, you just get up and you get it done, even if you want to. If you don't, it's just you gotta keep grinding.
I would say you have a mental edge, kind of, over maybe people who aren't athletes.
Yeah.
But physically, dead constantly. I would be in class. Me and Julius from the same major, and my brother. So we'll all be in class, and every once in a while, we'll catch each other just drifting off.
Oh.
It's bad.
Notorious for that back in the day. Oh my God. Teachers used to hate me. They'd be like, because then you got to have the skill to be able to be dozing off, wake up, they ask you a question, and then answer their question and answer it correctly, and they'd be like, anyway, it's so frustrating. Just so frustrating because it's not like we're trying to fall asleep.
Yeah, no.
Like we're beam lock in, but like our bodies are so fatigued, like working out at 6 a.m.
It's tough.
So tough. I just got in a car accident at practice. Going dealing with these 300-pound linemen, you know what I'm saying? But like for you guys are running for days, and then you got to go at 6 a.m. and then go to a class, and God forbid it's well, here today, guys, we're gonna do what? It's gonna put me to but that's just the struggles that we go through, but we overcome them and do our best to be successful, and that's the greatest part. That is definitely the greatest part. But beyond that, student athletes have, or athletes in general have this thing called the highlight reel. And so every time, especially when we are at a point where we're in a slump, I'm sure you guys have a time when you're plateauing, when you're running, you're like, dude, I cannot get to my goal, and I'm literally plateauing for weeks now. Like what is something, like what is one of your greatest moments that you like always can go back on? And you're like, yeah, this is why I do what I did. Like, not why you do what you do, but like I've had success here before. I can have success again. What is your like that highlight moment for you?
For me, it was probably last year's cross country season. Like we went to Colorado over the summer, and we just trained, eat, sleep, repeat, all that stuff. So there was no work or anything, and we came back and we were like in shape.
Yeah. And
I got plantar fasciitis a couple of weeks later. I raced a home meet, but I could definitely feel it in my foot, and I was like, this might suck for the rest of the season. And then I had to sit out like a week or week and a half, and I was like, dang, we just wasted a whole summer just for nothing.
Right.
And our athletic trainer, Coach Kennedy and Coach Briggs, they got me back on track, and after like 2 awful races, we went to Alabama, and I just ran a massive PR. Wow. And then we went to conference, and I ran really close to my PR again. And regionals, I broke 31 minutes for a 10K, and that was probably the best race I've ever had. And
wow.
Yeah, it was crazy.
that is crazy. Like, what is a
Yeah, what pace is that, Julius,
what
for
is
people
that?
that don't know?
It's like barely sub 5. It's like 4:58 pace.
Yeah, so we did that for 6 miles.
On a cross
Oh
course.
my God.
Oh my gosh. Wow, that is yeah, that's a great highlight reel. We can definitely replay that a few times. Well, okay, so to continue on with that, like, what is that like to be running? Because you got to be in a zone to be running that fast. What is that zone like? And I know I want to touch this to Kobe. Kobe talked about how often can you get yourself into that zone where you just know the basket's 8 feet tall, 8 feet wide. No matter what I shoot, it's going in. You know what I'm saying? But for you, like, now it's just running. Like, how do you reach that zone? How do you know when you've reached that zone?
Honestly, in a race, I just try to trust myself. Like, I know I've trained hard along the guys, and I can do great things if they're out there with me, even though they're right beside me. But I know we're in the same race. We're racing for each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, you basically just zone out. You just go past the first K, then you go past 5K, you go past 8K, and then you're like, okay, this is like a lot farther than I've raced this season at all. And then you just like, you either able to flip the switch or not, and you keep going for the last 2K, and yeah, just be out there.
But that's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? And like another person once said, like, great players do the normal plays consistently. That's what makes them great. So like for you, it's just I've ran this race about 1 million times. I've ran about 1 million miles in my lifetime. I know what I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? And I just know where I need to be to get to where I want to go. And then you get to run a 4:58 split for 6 miles straight. Like, God bless your soul. Like, man, I was 6:30 in like middle school, and I was like, yeah, I'm cruising on this mile. I'm cruising on this mile. Not 6 miles at a pace. Like, that is. Yes. Yes. Good job. Yes. Blaine, how about for you? What is your highlight reel? What is that moment for you that's like, I'm that guy?
I would honestly say this entire season so far.
Oh, dope. Man.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just like I went from – so last year I missed the conference team by 0.1 seconds. Yeah, my teammate Ian Busking out kicked me to the last stretch. And then before that, wasn't close. I wasn't close for that either, our freshman and sophomore year. And then, injured with stress fracture my sophomore year, missed outdoor track. Then last year I had IT band syndrome, so I only had 2 meets for outdoor. And then this year I finished, 8th on the team for the home meet, and then 6th for Missouri Southern, and then 4th this last meet.
Ooh.
So just working my way up. Like this whole year has been amazing.
Yeah.
I'm so thankful, so blessed. So yeah, that's like my highlight reel right there. Starting now. It started and hopefully
It
continues.
just keeps going.
Yeah, hopefully.
There's nothing better than being on that you're currently in the zone. Like,
Yes,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like, there's a lot of people that, oh, wow, words are really hard right there. I don't know what that was. But not a lot of people get that opportunity to have that feeling. And then at that same time, are currently in that feeling right now. Like, I'm running some of the best I've ever ran in my whole life.
Yeah.
And you're doing that right now. It's like, that is, I love relishing in you guys' successes. Like, that's awesome. You know what I'm saying? To be able to have that feeling. For you, like, what do you do to, like, prepare yourself for, like, right now you're preparing yourself for the next race? Like, do you put pressure on yourself to be like, all right, like, I gotta keep this thing going, or just like, it's like, let it be what it is?
I feel like kind of just like let it be. Like I always, days before a race or day before a race, I get a little nervous. But the day of the race, it's more like excitement. Like we run the warm-up as a team typically. And I was running with Julius last meet. I was like, the day, I'm going to try to run with you. Jokingly. In my head, I was like, I might be able to. I'm feeling good today.
Yeah.
Didn't happen. But I was feeling good, though. But it's like, it's that kind of thing. It's like I kind of hype myself up.
Yeah.
Like no more negative self-talk. It's all positive self-talk.
100%.
So yeah, and it's also helpful when you have your teammates with
Yeah.
you the whole time. It's like you'll be running the course and it's 6 miles or 5 miles for 8K, and it's like you have your teammates there with you. You get kind of hyped up because it's you and your teammates passing other teams.
Yeah.
So that's what people don't realize, the team aspect. It's like you have that like team feeling when you're working together, tracking down the guys ahead of you.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I've always wondered what that'd be like, because there's not really many sports that have that. Maybe swimming and relays. Like Michael Phelps won his greatest. The medley that he had, and was it Ryan Locke had chased down the Russian guy at the end, like having that excitement. But to be able to work together on the same time, like stride for stride, moving past teams, like you're just like, suckers, you didn't work hard enough this week. Like I can only imagine what that sense of camaraderie builds. That builds momentum for you guys to move faster, and they're like, well, we're moving at a faster pace, but we're moving together as a cohesive unit. So is that kind of what that feels like? Is that accurate?
Yeah, for sure. I'd say so.
Yeah.
Like even in practice, like me and John had a workout together on yesterday for the
Yeah.
tempo.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it was just me and him. It was like a little small gaps in between, so just me and him for a while. We had this moment where like we just felt really good, and we were
Yeah.
just kind of shouting random things. But
Like, yeah, let's get it.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just a good moment. It's like that team feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. That's for somebody that's an athlete or a former athlete, to be able to imagine and step into those moments with you, because like the only moments that I have are the ones that I've experienced for myself. And a lot of athletes don't get a chance to cross lines and to be like, oh, like, yeah, like y'all do have these cool like. It's these little bonding moments that are like, it's like a fraternity of your sport. Like if you find another runner, you're like, yeah, you get it. You know what I'm saying? You know what we go through. But that's so cool to be able to have that moment with you guys, and to sit and to listen to you guys talk about the struggles, a crazy split on a very, very long run, and all that kind of stuff. And that you like to move fast around and turn left.
Yes, sir. That's me.
To keep moving forward, there's been a little bit of time, but the RSU Invitational. What was that like running underneath the lights? It was a Friday too, wasn't it? It was a Friday.
Thursday,
It was
I think.
Thursday. Okay, my fault.
No,
I was trying to get the high school football
Friday Night
field.
Lights, yeah.
Friday Night Lights. I was seeing playing. You just had to win.
Sorry, bro.
I was trying to hype you up. I was gonna make a cool connection.
I should have went with it.
Yeah. Thursday night, I guess, underneath the lights. What was that like? Because that's completely different than what you guys are used to. You guys are used to being up at the butt crack at dawn and, running it real early. But what is that like to be able to, have the opportunity to run? I mean, it was super late. Julius, I know your bedtimes were around 9, so it was a little different for you.
9:30,
but
9:30.
What was that experience like?
For me, I'm a night owl. These 6 a.m. workouts, they get me. So like that 10 p.m. race, I'm like, oh, this is my time. So if there's one weakness I have a runner, it's definitely my sleep schedule. So I'll be blatantly honest about that. So 10 p.m. race. Yeah, we'll keep this on the down low.
To ourselves.
But yeah, for sure, 10 p.m. race was like, this is we're gonna show up.
Yeah.
So that's how I felt about it, being late. No, it's a fun atmosphere too.
Yeah.
Just have all the teams, because it's multiple laps, so everyone gets to like kind of see you the whole race.
Yeah.
So you have like, your parents, your girlfriends, your fans just running around, because it's also the home, like we're home too, so we had like golf out there and other just sports teams from
yeah,
RSU, and it's such a good feeling. You're running down the home stretch with like a whole tunnel of people, and you're like,
That was sick.
Let's go!
yes. So no, it was so fun. It's definitely my favorite race out of the season so far for
That's
me.
cool. That's awesome. How about for you? I mean, I'll just speak on this real quickly. Like, it was dope. Like, I had never really been to a cross country. I didn't like how it was so late. I'm just gonna be honest with you. It was very late at night, but because I was talking to Justin. Justin's like, yeah, this is a very what's the word I'm looking for? thinking of customer. Why is that? Spectator friendly.
Yeah.
That everybody was able to watch you guys race. I think that was so awesome to be able to watch you guys like embrace the atmosphere that was there, because there was a lot of people.
Yeah.
There
A
was.
lot of people, and like people who had left, for the high school, and we still had an abundance of people there.
Mm-hmm.
So I can only imagine for you guys to be a part of that. It was like, it's unheard of, to really be honest with you. Do you guys have a lot of meets that are set up in that way to have that amount of fans around you at that time?
No, not typically.
Yeah, not
Unfortunately,
really.
we're in the MIAA conference, and so a lot of our races are Kansas, Missouri. So
Yeah.
a lot of them are usually at least 2 hours away. So that race was also really cool because like all of your family and friends could come and watch you, and
Right.
you just don't get many opportunities like that around here, unfortunately, just because of the conference we're in.
Right.
So it was really cool. But yeah, usually we have to travel out of the
Little
state,
ways, yeah.
but even then, they'll still have those fun times. It's fun, those bus rides and stuff like that. So there's pros and cons to it
Great
all.
memories. Great
Exactly.
memories on the buses. How about for you guys? What was your experience with the RSU Invitational?
I mean, me personally, I'm not the biggest fan of night races. I've always performed well at night. Like I had like 2 or 3 night races, and I've always ran super well. But it's just
You
it's
run super
weird.
well at any time. You know what I'm saying?
I try to. It's just the fact that it's so late and you have to watch what you're eating. You have to like look out for your sleep schedule,
Yeah.
and
Nah, you don't have to do that.
but it was definitely a fun experience. Like I mean, my family didn't come, but like everybody else's family pretty much showed up,
Yeah.
and also like I know Blaine's family and me were like this. We're like
Yeah.
I love his parents. We're pretty close, and I love when they come out to cheer him on, his brother on, cheer me on, Gloria.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a little family here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, no, it was awesome. Like, I don't really mind staying up too late, and I always drink like not an energy drink, but it's like technically it's an energy drink, I guess. Gatorade, Fast Twitch, a little bit of caffeine in it.
Yeah.
I've never had a caffeine drink before that, so I was like, dang, I'm feeling good. I felt different.
I'm jacked up about you.
That's what I felt like. But no, it was cool. Like the atmosphere was awesome. It felt like a pro race almost with all the lights.
Oh, dope. Yeah.
I had my 5th grade teacher who got my brother into running with the running club. She was even there cheering us on.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was awesome seeing like everyone come together, show up for RSU.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah, it was cool. You had free food trucks out there. Like,
Yeah, that was awesome.
and I mean, I had some food. That was great. I was
Amen.
super happy
As you
about
should.
it. But like, such a unique experience, and for most people, not ever really like. How many night races have you raced in your life?
3,
3,
4, maybe.
Yeah, so it's pretty uncommon.
Yeah,
Can we
definitely.
say, and for us to put it on and have such success with high schoolers and with the teams coming in, I think it only is gonna continue to grow.
Oh, for sure.
So I would love to be a part of. I'm excited to be a part of it next year and seeing how it continues to take steps forward. But with that, with that in mind, you kind of brought up that cool aspect that your 5th grade teacher was there and who had got you into running. I do want to touch on to like who dragged you. Let's go for a run. You know what I'm saying? This has run for a long time. But like who was your influence and the person that really got you on your track to where you are today?
Well, for me, it was most definitely my dad. He was a runner himself, but he mostly ran like marathons and all that stuff. He was good on the track, but he ran like back when Germany was divided. So we were from the eastern part of Germany, and it was highly competitive back then.
Okay.
So he would run faster than me, like if you would compare our like age records, and he was like way faster than me, but he would never make a team or anything like that.
Yeah.
It was just way too competitive. And then he took me and my brother out on runs. He would just drag us along pretty much, and then he would sign us up for a club, and then we would like transfer clubs until we ended up at a really competitive club with most of my friends, and yeah, ever since I've been running pretty much my whole life at this point. I started when I was like 6 or 7 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I went to the same school he went to,
Wow.
graduated from there, and now I'm here.
I love stories like that. You know, just like it's like you almost were like born for it. Like people were just, you know, the influence was from the day one. Like you knew
Yeah.
that this was something that you're probably gonna end up doing, and now here you are, years later, still running, still doing something that you love. Obviously, if you're playing college sports, you better love it, or else you're gonna get eaten up mighty quickly. So that's cool to hear, and I'm sure that has such a cool relationship with your dad to be able to be kind of walking in his shoes and kind of extending them, being able to go to a college and have somebody pay for your opportunity to run. So that's awesome. How about for you guys?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and go. For me, it was Mrs. Seidel in 5th grade, but that was more just a running club. It wasn't like anything serious or competitive. So I would say the person who got me into competitive running was my junior high coach, Coach Rose. He saw us playing basketball. Remember I played basketball. And he's like, you guys should come and try cross country. And I was like, what's cross country?
Right.
Like, I had no idea what that was. And then we went home and told our parents, and they had no idea what cross country was.
Oh, wow.
So it's like, no one knew. And then we...
It's a mystery.
Yeah, exactly. We show up 7th grade. He coaches us, and then he says, I see something in you guys. You can be really good one day. And then 8th grade, me and my brother finished like runner-up at our conference meet in junior high, and he finishes right behind me. And he just like kind of pushed us to be runners because he saw something in us. And him seeing something in us really made me feel like, oh, okay, I could do this.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just like, oh, I'm just doing this for fun. But yeah, definitely him.
There you go. Yeah, for me, I've always been an active kid. I played a bunch of sports growing up: swimming, tennis, basketball, baseball. Soccer was my main one.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how running all starts. I did some elementary 5Ks with the dad because he did some marathons growing up. None like Julius's dad though, who was probably moving. He wasn't too quick, but he still did them with me for funsies. But so got to the point where you hit middle school, and I think just playing soccer, you just keep on running growing up. So I was like, let's try this track thing out. So I did track my 6th grade year. And then the cross country coach from middle school was like, "Yo, should come try running for more miles. Come on over here.
Follow me."
Yeah, so that's kind of how I got into the loop of it all.
Yeah, I mean, and every story is so different, so unique on how people get sucked into their sport. But there, at the end of the day, there's that one common denominator of the love of the game, that love of the sport. But But beyond sports, we do have other, interests.
You got it. There you go.
That's the word. That's the one I was looking for. That that define us outside of our sport. Obviously, it takes up a lot of our time for right now. But when we're able to, extend ourselves outside of that, we enjoy other things as well. So I'm gonna start with you, Blaine. As I, I've done a little digging into you. I heard that you are quite the avid chess player online.
Yep.
Ranked 698 in the world.
Yeah.
tell us about where the love of chess came from, and why are you playing online?
Yeah. So it started from last year. I was watching a chess movie with my buddy Mornay, and he played chess. He's from South Africa. He played chess on a team in South Africa for his school. And I was like, I watched the movie, like, that's kind of cool. So then I downloaded the chess app. I played the computer, get beat constantly. And then one day, it was for Christmas, my fiance Gloria got me a chessboard.
Ooh.
She started an addiction right there. It was bad. She got kind of fed up with it, to be honest, because I'd constantly be playing. All Christmas break, I played chess probably about 4 hours a day. No joke.
Wow.
Yeah.
Against who?
Mornay.
Oh.
He would constantly beat me though. He was actually really good, and that's kind of what started. Just doing that, and now I haven't played in a bit, so I'm
I noticed that your activity was a little low.
Yeah.
You hadn't played since August. So.
Yeah. I'm a little rusty now, but we actually had a team chess tournament.
We did.
We didn't finish it.
Yeah, we
I was gonna
but,
say, did you win?
I didn't lose yet, so.
See,
But
you
he,
won.
he probably would have won it.
Yeah, fair enough. I do love. I mean, I'm not very good. Like, definitely people can beat me, but like, I love the game of chess. Like, just the strategic, standpoint of it, being able to see multiple steps ahead. Like, I'm not very good at that, but it seems really interesting. Like, chess is like it's probably like one of the most intelligent sports out there. Would require,
I'd
would
agree with you
require
on
the
that.
most, intellect, IQ, that kind of thing. Obviously, once you get to know the pieces, but very impressive. Very
Thank you.
impressive.
Thank you.
Are you? So I know that cross country is big into disc golf.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Are we all fellow disc golfers? Okay, John. Okay.
John
plays
is.
every now and then, but I play quite
but
a bit
John,
with the-
he can actually throw. Like, he's the guy you play with. You're just like, why do I play? It makes you feel bad when you play. He just launches it, and then, like, last time we played, there was a hole. I threw like 2 discs in, and John just tossed it over like it's nothing. It's like super humbling playing with John,
Fair
but
enough.
it's fun.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you.
So yeah, I love disc golf. It's such a just fun sport.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's not much like it. I don't know. It's just fun to get out. It's just one you can go out for an hour or two and be back, and then you can go do homework or something or whatever you have. Maybe your afternoon session and practice. But,
So
yeah.
I'm aware that Cade has 25
Yeah.
discs of his own. Do you have such a elaborate collection for yourself?
I haven't counted. Well, personally, the way I find a lot of my discs is, I don't know. I like being adventurous. I'm one of those spontaneous. We're gonna go do this. Like,
Yeah.
if you want me to climb a roof of a building, all right, I'm the guy. Let's run it up. So a lot of my discs I found in just ponds and lakes. So like, I'll just jump in because especially if I throw one of my own in, I was like, okay, well now I gotta go
I
get
gotta
it.
go get it.
But since I'm in now, I might as well find some more.
And how many have you found in lakes and
Oh,
ponds?
probably close to 30 I found, and I don't have them all. Sometimes I give them away and stuff. Just
I was
'cause
gonna
you
say,
found 'em.
wow, oh my gosh.
But yeah, I probably have 20 discs in my room around there. I don't know off the top of my head. But
Okay.
yeah, I found quite a bit in lakes and ponds. It's just, yeah.
And what's your go-to? Like, what's your go-to disc? Like, this
Disc?
is my OG disc. Like, this is the one that's gonna get me through it all.
OG disc, because there's different kinds. Do you know about like drivers and putters and all that stuff?
See, I know that the some
It's
curve
circular.
up, some curve down,
Shaped like a
some
disc.
turn that way, some go straight.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Well, I was enlightened a little bit. I'm not saying that I'll go out there by myself.
We'll have to bring you out.
I mean, hey, I like to try things at least once.
Yeah, but my go-to disc is called the Shrike.
Okay.
It's an understable disc, kind
Okay.
of, but the way I throw it, it comes back overstable. It's kind of a
You're
lot
gonna
of
have to
information.
do some more elaborating.
All right, so understable, I'll kind of like picture it for you.
Yeah,
So when
yeah,
you
yeah.
throw it, and I throw it forehand to start with. So this is backhand, like you're gonna backhand someone in
Yep.
the face,
Kapow.
and then this is forehand. So I throw forehand,
Yep.
and so my understable disc, it's supposed to tend to go. If you throw it this way, should go left.
Yeah.
But since I throw it like kind of like a submarine pitcher in baseball,
Yeah.
it starts going left, but it'll come back right. So that's how I get like
Ooh.
further distance. It has like that flex,
Awesome.
So
Okay.
that's my go-to disc.
And who got you into like disc golf? Like where
Yeah.
did this passion come from?
Well, a lot of people on the team picked it up here,
Yeah.
but I picked it up way beforehand. I have a picture. I did it in speech class. I did my introduction speech on disc golf.
Oh, okay.
So, but the way I got into it, we went down, my family, we were just camping at Natural Falls State Park. It's
Yeah.
a park by Silent Springs. They just have a little disc golf course, and we just rented a bag down there. I'm probably like 4th grade at the time.
Oh wow.
And just rent a little bag. You get like 3 like starter discs. Then you're like, and then when you're that little, you can't throw a disc far at all. You're like,
Nah.
so, but
Accurate picture.
exactly, yeah. But that's kind of how I got into it, and then slowly over the years, probably when I hit high school, got my own discs, started jumping in ponds, and yeah. So then I came here with a little bit experience under my belt.
And they were
but-
like, "Oh wow, this guy's a professional. Who is this guy?"
yeah, I've heard Cade, because Cade's actually professionally rated apparently.
What?
Yeah, because he's done some tournaments. So I haven't played against Cade yet. So Cade, if you're watching this, we'll have to run
see
it.
me.
But no, apparently he's really good. So I'm sure he's the real deal.
Yeah. Oh, I had no idea that he was nationally ranked.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
It's got some tournament ratings. I don't know too much about it, but yeah.
I didn't know there was tournaments for.
Yeah, it's like chess. Just, yeah.
It is like
There you
chess. Yeah, something new to learn every day. Julius, do you have any secret talents or hobbies that you?
That's a very good question. Not really. Okay, when I was little, I would like buy a ton of Lego sets, like
Oh, yes.
Lego Star Wars sets and all that. I would build that like a menace.
Oh yeah, 100%.
We still have that at home, so I want to say, yeah, that's probably my secret talent.
What's your prized possession?
Out of all the Lego sets,
Yes.
oh, it's probably this giant spaceship. I got probably about like this big. I built it all by myself, but like there's some features that don't work properly, so I just like pushed it in a corner, and I was like, I didn't do this. Somebody else did.
I
Yeah.
know Legos. I could go all day. Like Legos are such a good way to like train a young mind. Is
Oh, for sure.
how to build something from ground up. Oh my goodness, there's so many things that I've like. I remember my dad used to give me these wooden projects. It was like this Harley Davidson one. He got me early and I didn't build it. And it was like 3 years later, and I looked at the box. I was like, "All right, I'm gonna do it right now." And I built it, and it looks great. My little brother still has it to this day, and I'm like, "Yeah,
I know,
yeah."
it's so satisfying when you're done with it too. You're like, yeah, I just did that.
I just did that. Exactly. And Legos are like a great example of that. Like just being able to like, let's just see like the massive things that you can build from that is crazy. And I'm actually going to tie this into something. Did you all know? So the Lego movie. Have you seen the Lego movie?
Absolutely.
One of my favorite movies. I don't know why. I'm a little kid.
It's so good.
It's so good. I'm Batman. So did you know that in Barbie and Elf are all spaced in the same universe?
I didn't know that.
So you notice that Will Ferrell is the dad that built the Lego city that the Lego movie is based in. So then if you notice on Barbie, on the boxes, it's the same dude.
Interesting.
And obviously in Elf, he built the Empire State Building in the mall. So like you see, because that's him, and then he became a toy maker, like a toy mogul, I guess you could say. So all of those movies are all within the same universe.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Sometimes
Man,
a little
Man,
second
my
look.
entertainment
Nerd
knowledge is
over there.
so that was now
Instagram Reels, man.
I got that one now.
Instagram Reels get me every time. do a lot of studying like that.
Went down a rabbit hole.
Oh yeah, you can definitely go down they know me well. They know what I like to see. Beyond that, you said that you're a gamer. Are there other fellow gamers? No, Julius.
I used to.
Used
a little bit
What,
back in
what
high
do you
school.
used to game on?
Like Fortnite.
Fortnite, baby.
Fortnite,
That's the
fellas.
grind.
Fortnite, fellas. Okay, so obviously Fortnite has evolved so crazy. They are so smart to be able to it's the dang kids. They are literally doing this for the kids. So what was the last stage of Fortnite that you played at? Do you remember?
I played it probably my sophomore year when I went back home.
Yeah. Was that before the Travis Scott concert or after? Do y'all remember the
Probably.
Travis
I know
Scott?
the Travis Scott concert.
That
Probably
was
after.
crazy. First of all, that was nuts. It was why I was there. I think it was during the middle of COVID.
It was somewhere
Probably.
It was
around
like
there.
right around COVID. I remember like all my fellas are at the house quarantining. And we were like, "Oh, bro, hop on Fortnite right now." I remember we were sitting there like, "Oh my gosh, this is wicked." But are you guys? I'm assuming were you guys build masters? Like were y'all like that with the builds, or you were like, "Yeah, well, I hope that I'm a bush hopper."
I mean, I'm more like a bush hopper kind of guy. I like to build, but I'm really bad. I'm really bad at it.
Bro, some of those kids can really
See,
build a
yeah, I'm
mansion.
one of those kids. I played, I'd say semi-competitive, semi-professionally almost per se.
Oh wow!
I made some earnings from tournaments.
Wow.
I had a creator code in the item shop for a little bit.
What's that?
It's where, you know, like the item shop where you can buy like the drip, you know? Where
Yeah.
You got the skins and the back blings and pickaxes.
Yeah.
You can like use my code, and I would like get 5% back on every purchase like my
Dude,
fans made.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, you were like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
and then, I'm engaged now, so my gaming time is drastically decreased. So it's kind of more in the past, but that's my it was huge. Yeah, like 3 years. Just that was my
was it.
grind.
When we were supposed to be running cross country, we were,
Yeah,
we were making money somewhere else.
But yeah, I'd played on the esports team. I did. They don't have Fortnite here technically.
Okay.
But I asked the coach. I was like, because they had like college tournaments. So I was like, yo, can I do this? He's like, yeah. So he gave me the green light. So I did I guess a Fortnite season here through the esports program, and then last year I also was on the Rocket League team for a little bit.
Okay.
And so yeah, shout out to the Rocket League team.
Yeah.
My team won conference, I guess you could say. So
Nice.
yeah.
Nice.
But
Rocket League is tough.
This is a game like no other. Like flying cars, hitting a soccer ball. Like you don't really see, because it's not like a
No.
shooter. It's not like anything like that. So
It is very unique, and it came out years ago.
yeah, 2015,
And
I think,
it's still like beloved.
for sure.
It's still frequently played. And I played a little bit, but I was trash. It was trash.
It's
So,
hard.
It's very hard. I'm definitely more of a 2K, Warzone kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? Every once in a while at the old dance hall, you see me on the, on the old Xbox doing the thing. But I know we talked a little bit about music beforehand. I'm actually kind of curious. I'm gonna start with you, Julius, because I'm curious what kind of what the international music's like over there in Germany. You know what I'm saying? Like, the stereotype would be the but enlighten us on what y'all be grooving to over there.
Well, me personally, I don't listen to too much of German music
Okay,
because it's repetitive and it's just like
it's
the songs are very short. They're like 2.5 minutes, and I'm not.
That's the new thing. I don't know.
I don't
know
like
what
that.
is. You know what I'm
Like
saying? That's a new thing,
me personally, I listen to Travis Scott,
though. Okay.
like some of Drake, Post Malone, and my
Yeah, he's
girlfriend.
the rap boy.
My girlfriend got me hooked on like Zach Bryan and country stuff. I've never listened to that stuff before in my life.
Lovey-dovey stuff.
Yeah, and then my mom got hooked on it, and she's listening to country back at home.
No way.
Cute.
Yeah.
Ah. Don't get rid of her now. Okay, so what was your so Drake is a mogul, obviously we all know that. What's your album? Like which one is like, yeah, this is my Drake? Because Drake is he is the most what's the word I want to use? Cultural artist I've ever seen. That he's able to, because rap and music evolves every year, I would say, maybe even half a year. Things go in and out. That he's able to transcend and make hits at every single level. Like it was 2008 when he came out, and he's still making bangers. Like, so which one of his songs / albums are you like, yeah, this is my Drake right here?
I remember when Certified Lover Boy came out.
Oh,
And everybody would just, me and my friend Kyle, I would ride with him like basically everywhere, and we would just play it like the whole time, like
Yeah.
nonstop. It was crazy.
But, man, that's some bangers. I go all with like one of my favorite songs, Forever. Him, Lil Wayne, Eminem. Who else is on that? Somebody else is on there. I can't think of. But you know what I'm saying? Just a great mashup of this dog artist, this phenomenal artist.
Yep.
Blaine, how about for you?
I also look at alternative kind of guy.
Okay.
Yeah, like you probably don't know him, the Huna. It's a band, like a British
I
band.
never heard it. No, I
No.
never heard of them.
Yeah, but like I don't really like
You said
listening.
Irish?
British.
British.
Yeah.
My fault.
No, you're good.
You ever listen to British rap?
Yes.
I've heard some of
It's
that.
horrendous.
It's
Rap
actually
is
kind of
tough.
fire.
It's pretty hard sometimes. I'm not gonna lie.
Tough,
Yeah.
yo.
I can get behind it.
Yeah, they definitely
Yeah.
got some good. They got some good stuff out there. But go ahead, continue.
Yeah. Not really like a specific artist or band. I like this specific songs. The song I'm really hooked on right now would be When the Party's Over, but Brett Eldredge is singing it.
Okay.
So if you guys want to listen to it after this,
Yeah,
you should.
have to put me on. Put me
Yeah.
on. Put me on. But no, the one thing I love about music is that it touches all cultures. Like that's one of the few things that no matter where you are in the world, music has some type of impact upon your life. I think it's music and food. Those are like the two things that connect everybody. And so being able to listen to hear you guys is different music genres. I have a musical background. Like I did musical theater. I played the saxophone. I sang in the choir.
Damn, okay.
So music was huge for me. But so to be able to hear where you picked up your girlfriend got you hooked on country. My ex-girlfriend got me hooked on alternative music. You know what I'm saying? Like Hosier. I never listened to him before.
He's got some bangers.
But Buddy is so good. And I'm like, God bless her soul. But you know what I'm saying? I don't talk to her anymore, but man, I do. When I think about it every time I listen to her. So, it's just so crazy. John, how about for you? What are your musical connections to?
Yeah, songs similar to that. Noah Khan's definitely my number one artist right now if I had to pick. So I don't know. I feel like he just makes a song. It's like, dang, that one. He just doesn't miss,
Yeah.
So Zach Bryan is kind of as well. He's got it's just one of those songs. No, the more I listen to him, it's all the songs begin to sound the same almost.
Yeah.
But they're still they're so good. But yeah, I like Noah Khan a lot. I think he does very well with his lyrics almost.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there's a lot of storytelling, just a lot of metaphorical stuff he says in his lyrics that I don't know, I feel like a lot of artists, especially on mainstream, just say the most basic things over and over again
100%.
Sometimes. I'm like, all right, let's
find something new.
But just combining with an indie style, it's I'm digging.
Yeah.
So it's just I can go through his album all day and listen to it. It's just good for I feel all scenarios too. You can be doing homework to it. You can be driving in the car. You can, I don't know, whatever mood you're in. I feel like you can always put it on. So that's my go-to.
100%. No, that's music is such a universal thing. It's so many different. It sets a tone for so many different things that you can be doing. What kind of music will you guys listen to before a race? Do you listen to country before a race?
No, I listen to Pop Smoke. I listen to the same 5 or 6 Pop Smoke songs. Yes.
What?
Mhm.
Pop Smoke is crazy. I love that though. Yeah, Pop Smoke.
Yeah.
Billie Jean. Oh.
Yeah, it all started last year during cross country season. I would do it before Alabama, before we went down to Huntsville. I'll just listen to 5 Pop Smoke songs. I mean, everybody has heard a couple of his songs, and so I would just play it, and then I would make a playlist out of it.
Yeah.
And it's my pre-race playlist, kind of.
Most definitely. Yeah, no, I dig that. I
Yeah.
dig that, Julius. Next time I see Julius banging his head, I'm like, he's just
Oh
a
my.
Pop Smoke right now. Is that y'all on a different kind of pace within?
Yeah, for me definitely. I'm more upbeat pot and pot.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's my go-to pre-race. Upbeat pop, my bad. And then some praise and worship too.
Hey, praise and worship.
Yeah, they can get me going.
Hey, do you listen to Lecrae?
Not honestly, it's more not he's like rap praise
Yes.
and worship kind
Yes.
of.
Fair.
But I mean I know who he is, but no, I don't really listen to
Okay.
him.
Fair enough. Touche.
I would say right now, I'm just I'll listen to this one song before every race, and it's Annihilate by, who's it by? Do you know?
I think it's Quavo, and I don't know if it's Gunna. It might be.
Yeah, it's on the new Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, Julius. Yeah. About to put some rap music on you. But no, that's it's so cool to be because everybody's preparation is so different in their head and how they get into their zone. And for me, I was definitely a rap guy, but I remember I had 7 Years by Luke Graham.
Oh my, that's such a fire song though.
Such a fire song. I don't know why. I go from what's up? Yeah. And all of a sudden, it's Lord Knows. You're like, oh wow, what a change. But it's so cool to see what everybody's different mental process and change or mental process and preparation for an event is like. I think one of my last questions for you guys because it's so, I always get so curious to see what people's like their perfect day. Like if you had a perfect day of like, look, everything's going right. It doesn't matter what's going on, but this is what I do. What would be that perfect day for y'all?
Personally, I love traveling.
Oh, okay.
Last spring break, I went on a road trip,
Ooh.
planning this whole out. It's kind of like I don't know. I was like the trip advisor of it all. I made this huge map. I made a 80 slide PowerPoint with some fire transitions, by the way. It's kind of crazy. I'll put like harder work into like my own projects instead of actual school. It's like, why in the world did I make an 80 slide PowerPoint with like visual transitions? Anyways, but yeah.
Well, I've seen some of your work online with your My Movie on your like resume.
That's a throwback.
I saw that. So I was like, oh, interesting.
But yeah, I love traveling. So yeah, we did a little road trip up to like Flagstaff, and then we hit all the national parks in Utah and stuff like that.
Sweet.
So just that whole trip was just like, it was so cool. So
Yeah.
perfect day. Definitely go somewhere like that and just travel the world. I want to like go tour Europe someday, go see like Mount Rainier and stuff like that in Washington, and just travel. So I feel like that would be like somewhat of involved in my perfect day. Got to bring the fiance with and some of my besties.
You don't have a choice anymore.
Yeah, I don't. It's just, she's part of me now. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, just spending time with the people I love,
Yeah.
and also just seeing beautiful creation is probably just the way I'd spend my day.
Oh, that's awesome. That's dope. That's dope.
For me, I would say with family and friends, my fiance, obviously. And
You don't have a choice either.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Talk.
Yeah. But probably like somewhere in Colorado, going to hike. Start the day off with like, good breakfast. I love breakfast.
What's your go-to breakfast?
You been to Waffle House before?
I have been.
All-Star Special?
I don't know their menu like that.
Oh, okay. So it's you get a waffle, bacon or sausage, and then you get eggs,
Yeah.
and you get hash browns,
Yeah.
and you get toast,
Okay.
and there's something else I'm
And
forgetting.
you get fat.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
And
Mr. Pibb,
diabetes. Right around the corner.
And you can't forget the Mr. Pibb. That's the best part.
The what?
Mr. Pibb.
What's that?
What?
Mr. Pibb.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
I'm from the north.
Oh my god.
We don't have Waffle Houses
Okay.
up north. We got the
So,
Perkins. We got the
yeah.
IHOPs.
I gotcha. Mr. Pibb is like knockoff Dr. Pepper, but Waffle House, it hits different.
Interesting.
Yeah,
It's like Sprite from McDonald's.
better in my opinion.
I'm saying that like
But yeah,
Sprite,
but yes.
Sprite is
Yeah.
different
Yes.
at
Yeah.
McDonald's than any other.
Yeah. But yeah, then
They use it to clean their grill. I don't know. That might be an urban myth, but that's the word.
I
sure,
believe
pretty
it.
cool. But yeah, breakfast, hike, dinner. That's about it. I'm pretty simple. It's hanging.
What are you having for dinner?
Oh,
Ooh.
hideaway.
What's that?
Bro,
Pizza?
what?
What?
Hideaway pizza?
No.
In a Wasso?
No.
Man, okay. It's like
we gotta treat you.
yeah, we gotta take
Tell
you out
me, I'm
one
just
night.
got here.
Yeah.
I'm just doing. Like, put me on. I need it.
Okay, yeah, we'll take you out. It's to me the best pizza ever. I don't know if I'm overhyping it, but
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't say the best, but it's good. It's
okay,
definitely
okay,
Okay.
good, in my opinion.
yeah,
What
fair
kind
enough.
of pizza is it? Like New York style? Like
Anything. Well, okay, well, it's not
Right.
a Chicago deep dish or anything, but you can get like
Chicago deep dish hit different.
I never had before. See, so
See, come up.
I need to branch out a little bit.
Quick question, little side note. Something I saw the other day. Is Oklahoma in the Midwest or in the South?
I definitely saw this and I had an answer at the time, but now I'm blanking.
I know the answer.
I would say I say Midwest.
Yeah, I'd say Midwest.
It's in the Midwest?
Yeah, Midwest.
That's what I would
Stop
say.
it. No.
Yeah.
No. I'm from the Midwest. We don't ever think about Oklahoma in the Midwest. And we go the Dakotas.
No, that's north.
That's north.
The Dakotas. They're like
Yeah,
north,
the
north.
Dakotas, Minnesota, Wisconsin.
That's touching Canada.
Yeah, but you don't ever go north. Nobody says north.
That's true. No one says north.
No one
but
says north. It's just
we don't even think
Midwest.
about them
But y'all in the
anyways.
South. Y'all in the South for sure. You're right next to Texas.
But Texas is so big.
We're closer to Kansas than Texas.
Yeah, we are.
I don't even know if we consider. I think, like to me, the Midwest stops at Iowa.
Really?
Yeah, like that's as far south as it goes. That's how I always thought about it.
What about Missouri?
Y'all- huh?
Missouri.
Missouri is like it's a tweener. It's a tweener
Transition
state. It's a
state.
tweener
Depends on
state.
your mood, yeah.
Yeah, it's a tweener state. Like it's like dead center on the state. So like
Yeah.
you could be claimed as the South, but like y'all are south of Missouri, so y'all are south.
But we're also west of Missouri, so Midwest.
Yeah. You could say Missouri's in the middle, and then we're west of Missouri.
Are we? I guess
So-
I haven't looked at. Hold up, y'all.
Missouri's a little bit more north.
Y'all making me look back 'cause I haven't done geography in a while.
Geography's my thing.
So what state's above us? Is that Kansas?
Yeah,
Okay. And Missouri is
you got it.
to the
Come on.
east of.
Kansas. It's good.
Okay. I'm trying to picture. I'm trying to picture a map so bad, and everything else is blank. Okay. So yeah, no, y'all still in the South for sure. Doesn't matter. Yep. I'm stuck on that. I'm set on that one. Be a perfect day.
I'm with Blaine. Like a day in Colorado.
Are you here? That's also a good question. Are you in the States or are you at home?
States. Well, I'm.
You're the second.
quick.
You're the second
I only
international person.
States
said,
is home.
Yeah, I only spent like maybe 2 months back at home. It
Oh.
was bad last year. I only spent like 5 weeks at home.
Aw. Shut
Yeah, but Colorado.
I really like Colorado.
Yeah, like go for a run in the morning, shower, eat breakfast, just lay on the couch for a moment, go out on a hike or go to a lake, whatever is closer. Yeah, find some spot just to sit down and just look at the nature. Head back, have dinner, and just watch movies all night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your go-to movie?
I do like The Wolf of Wall Street.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, yes. 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 Oh my goodness, that's a quotable movie beyond. Well, of course we can't say on here. So if you haven't seen it, go see it. You did it. Well, fellas, I appreciate you guys so much for coming on the show and hanging out with me and getting a chance to get to know you guys better and kind of enlighten me on what the spirit of cross country is like. It's so cool and enlightening to be a part of your guys' brief life here at RSU, and I'm just honored to be here. But for you guys, this is John, Blaine, and Julius, and we are Voices on the Hill, and we're signing off.